Black Lightning, and we are finally taking on Markovia. In the last episode, Lynn got snatched up, and now we're, just put the team together, and now they're on the way to rescue Lynn from Markovian hands. So they're going overseas. So when the episode starts, Jeff is sitting, I guess, his study room or whatever. There's like slow 70s jazz, like R&B jazz playing. And, for a minute there, like, because he was kind of like leaning back and sitting, like the way he was kind of like acting and moving. At first I was like, yo, who's under that table? But, but apparently like he was just drinking, and then he was talking, he was, I thought he was talking out loud. He was just like, he's like, I didn't even give myself the name Black Lightning like the media did, and the name just stuck. And he's like, Lynn and I, like, we get together, we break up, we get together, blah, blah, blah. But the whole time he was basically like talking to Gamby because they're heading out to do the Markovian mission tomorrow. So they go, so now, like, we're in the AS. Well, first, Jennifer ends up talking to Khalil, and then she's just like, listen, we could really use your help because the team that Black Lightning assembled, although it's a team of people that we know, we love, and we trust, they're not that good at combat. Like, everybody's not that good at combat. Like, everybody's not good at, like, following, like, tactical, tactical stuff. So, Jennifer asked Khalil, she was just like, listen, could you help me save my mom? And then Khalil was dead ass like, hell no. and I was surprised because I was just like, well, it's Jennifer. I was like, Khalil loves Jennifer. So of course, if Jennifer asks, of course Khalil do it. He was just like, hells to the nah. And even Jennifer was like, well, damn. And because Khalil's whole thing is, he's killed enough. Like, he like the boy killed his own mama. So he's not really trying to go back into like the field to like to drop more bodies. That's not really his thing, And he walked away, like he dead ass like walked away from the situation. Grace and Nissa, like, they roll up on Jennifer. Jennifer's still mad because she didn't tell her about Khalil. Nissa tried to plead her case, but she was like, like, I ain't gonna do it. And that's kind of hypocritical because Jen even said to Khalil, she was just like, listen, she was like, I lied to my family about working with Odell. My family lied to me, about you, about Painkiller. And I was just like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, but it's like she knows she lied to them, and she's mad at like her family for not telling about Khalil. And Nissa told the dead ass, she was like, first of all, like, he killed Tavon, he almost killed me, he almost killed Mom. What would be the point in telling you that? Especially because we thought he was a brainless robot. So, but like I said, she's still holding on to that. Brandon, he's not taking part of any of the training exercises or anything. He's just like, walking around the facility because his whole thing is he just wants to get the chase. Like, he don't give a damn about nobody else. So when the soldier rolled up on him and he was just like, yo, how come you're not partaking in any of the training? He was like, because I don't trust the ASA. I don't need the training. The two of them almost got into it. And Brandon's head is clear. It's like he's headed straight for Chase, and he's gonna get his revenge. So now, so they're ready to roll. The team's together. Well, Jeff ends up talking to Khalil, and then he's just like, look. He's like, we'd love to have you on the team, but if you don't want to do it, it's it's okay, I understand. But he was like, just know that our door is always open to you if you ever need a place, if you ever need family or a place to stay. So obviously, with a speech like that, he's gonna do it. So the next day, the whole team is together. They're getting ready to go on the mission. They're doing the slow walk, like the slow traditional walk. And out of everybody that participated in that group shot of them doing that slow walk, Grace was the only. Like, if you look at everyone's face, everyone has the look on their face like an actor who is just told, "All right, look intimidating or look badass and just walk towards the camera." Grace is the only one. Like, she looked like she's been, like, Grace looks like she's done this walk in real life before. Like, if you look at Grace, looked like she bowed it and she was ready to bust somebody ass. It's like she was ready to bust some ass. Like, Grace pulled that from like a personal place, like deep within. So, headed to Markovia, like that's the plan. Before that, TC, because remember the white girl, the general put a chip in the white girl's brain, and she was like, listen, if we don't save Dr. Stewart, your orders are to kill her. TC was basically kind of like, it looked like he was scheming on her. He's basically like, he liked her or whatever, and then she thought, he was being creepy and, whatever, and then we find out later that the reason why TC was hanging around her was because he was talking to the chip that's in her brain, because the chip is, you know, how the ASA is controlling her. The chip is what tells her, you know, is what's telling her to kill, you know, to kill Dr. Stewart. So TC basically, like, he got close to her, close enough so he could deactivate the chip. So now she doesn't have the kill order, and Lynn's not gonna die. You know, they're on they're on their helicopter. Brandon starts freaking out because he never flown before. Nissa's not okay with Khalil coming on the mission because she's just like, yo, that's Painkiller, and then he's just like, yo, don't worry about it. Jeff and Gamby have a nice little conversation. He's like, I'm proud of you, man. And then he's like, proud of me for what? And then he's just like, you know, like, you're leading a team of heroes, and, you know, you've become a leader. And I thought Jeff was gonna be like, bro, I got a seat at the Hall of Justice. But the Hall of Justice never came up. And if they're going into Markovia, he needs the Justice League. So Lynn, Dr. Chase, they are now following orders from Gravedigger, played by Wayne Brady. He's a metahuman. He has the ability to control people as far as he can tell them to do something and then they'll do it. But the person is consciously aware of the fact that they don't want to do it, but they can't help themselves because he controls a part of the brain where, like, the physical impulses take over despite the mind not wanting to, you know, fulfill the acts. So he tells Dr. Stewart, you know, to make him some green light cures, like, ASAP. So she starts making the cure. Then Lynn tells Dr. Chase to give her the green light, like she needs an excuse. And when she takes the green light, the spell is broken. Because his metahuman power, because of Gravedigger's metahuman powers, it attacks a certain part of the brain. The green light crack that Lynn is taking, it cancels that function, so she can't be controlled. So Chase and Lynn end up, you know, they actually tricked it. Like, they tricked Wayne. I was about to call him Wayne Brady. They tricked Gravedigger into thinking she was being controlled. So Lynn, you know, like, Lynn took her, you know, like, told him, because you're a stable meta and you want me to stabilize. He said he has 94 metas. Like, geez. So she was like, if you want me to stabilize those metas and you're a stable meta, I need your blood so I can come up with a stabilization cure. So Gravedigger gives her the blood. She uses the blood to duplicate his power. She replicates his power. She gives herself the serum to have his powers for an hour, and she uses it to tell the original Markovian guy to free her from, you know, from Markovian control. And now Lynn's on her way trying to bust out of the fortress. So Black Lightning and them, you know, like, everybody storms the castle, like, so to speak. You know, they're doing what they got. Grace can change into people. I thought Grace was only able to change into a lion, a child, and an old man. But apparently Grace can turn into anybody that she wants, because she turned into the Markovian general and then used that to get inside the radio room. So Grace's power, like, the enhancement of Grace's powers needs to be explained, because it was never said that she could just shapeshift into anybody. So again, like I said before, bringing Grace along is like bringing like 50 people. So you know, so now, yeah, so, you know, they do what they got to do. Brandon immediately goes rogue and goes after Dr. Chase. Jennifer and Khalil are going after Lynn. And everyone else is going, like, Grace is holding him down in the radio room. Everybody else is going after Tobias. When Black Lightning rescues Tobias, you know, he rolls up on Tobias. The two of them get into it, and he's just like, yo, thanks for the save, Jefferson. And then he was like, even if that was my name, me and you aren't on a first name basis, bruh. He's like, come on, fool. He's like, if you don't want your black ass idea, he's like, Tobias said, if you don't want your identity, he said, if you don't want your black ass identity unveiled, stop coming out of the woodwork to save them Pierce girls, you know. And then he was like, I was with your fine ass wife too. She gonna give me the. And then, you know, like, Jeff beat him up, and he's like, you know, you ain't gonna roast me, bro, because he's like, if you wanted to roast me, you would have roasted me when you saw me. He's like, but you need me alive, you know, because he's the golden goose. Yeah, so he so Tobias and Black Lightning, they're on their way out. Khalil, he ends up bumping into Gravedigger, and then Gravedigger and Khalil get into a fight, and that was some badass shit. That was some cool shit. But Gravedigger's whole thing was, you know, he's older, he's had military training, when he saw Khalil, he was just like, yo, by the way you stand, by the fact that his powers didn't work on him, he was just like, yo, a lot of your nervous system is made out of mechanics. So, but when they fought, Gravedigger had respect for him because he was just like, yo, you're fast, you're strong, you're tough, you got tactics, whatever. He was just like, shit, you remind me of me when I was your age. But he was just like, but the one thing you don't have is experience, kid. So he was just like, yo, stand down. But then Khalil kept coming at him, and then Brady, I keep calling him Brady. Gravedigger ended up knocking him, behind the door, and then he closed the door. So then Gravedigger rolls up on BL, and then him and Black Lightning get into it. He actually shoots Jeff in the back like a bitch. We find out that he's actually a fan of Black Lightning because he's just like, wow, bro. He was like, just like Black Lightning. He's like, sorry, we meeting like this. And then, Jeff's down. And then now everybody's on their way out of the thing. And then they go back into the helicopter where Gambi is. The gang's all there. Everybody's there but Jeff. So, Khalil's there. Khalil's there as well. So then Gravedigger shows up. He uses his power, tells everybody, don't move, tells Lynn, he was like, come with me willingly, or I'll kill your entire family. And then, Lynn was like, fine, I'll go with you. And then when Lynn starts to go, Black Lightning just comes out of nowhere, falling from the sky. And then Gravedigger was like, damn, bro. He's like, yo, you just as good as they say you are. And then, he's like, my man. And then he was just like, nobody touches my wife. And then, he uses his power. He actually, I don't know if he killed him, but he put the lightning right in his heart, right through his heart. So, Gravedigger could be dead. Gravedigger could be dead. And he's like, nobody touches my wife. And then I'm like, why'd you say that out loud? Because now you just confirmed. I mean, Tobias already knew, but it's like, now you just admitted it. So, yeah, Gravedigger's down. The whole gang gets back into the helicopter. Now all of a sudden Lynn's like, I love you, Jefferson. And he's sort of like, yeah, was that before or after you punched me in the face? So everybody's on the thing. They headed back to Freeland. And I think now that the entire team's headed back to Freeland, I think when they land, the general from the ASA, she's going to have an entire army waiting for them when they land to ambush them so she can renege on their deal. I don't know if the Markovians are going to come to Freeland because, first of all, they still have their metas, so Markovia might just unleash all of their metas and just send all of their metas to Freeland. They might get to a point where, like, yo, screw the stabilization, we just gonna kill everybody. That might be the case too. So, no Lala, no Lady Eve yet, because Lala's still trying to clean up the streets of Freeland, So we still wait for. It's like, Freeland's my hometown, and we ain't gonna let none of these outsiders come in and do what they do. Otherwise, they gotta pay protection money. I miss Lala. I need Lala. So I need. But Lala and Lady Eve, again, that's a season 4 problem. Right now, we just worried about the ASA and Odell. So so that was it. That was this week's episode of Black Lightning. I said it was kind of quick. It was very quick. Nothing too long, drawn out, whatever. So again, the family's home, everybody's back home. So we'll see what the aftermath is, whether or not Markovia comes for their revenge, or does Odell ambush them when they land. So again, thank you for tuning in. Leave a comment, like, and or subscribe. Check out my other videos for DC TV. And as always, from Black Lightning, I'm out this video.